Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Official Sermon Sunday. If you want notifications on new video uploads, you can subscribe below and that will allow you to get those notifications. This month we're talking all about identity, and specifically today our topic is about identity crisis. Who am I? I know the Bible says we're made in God's image, but there's no way we were both made in the image of God. Like, look at her. I woke up like this. I wonder how Beyonce really looked when she wrote that song. Dang, I don't really know how to use any of this stuff, but I really need to learn, like in 5 minutes. This little voice inside of our head that's telling us who we should be is also reinforced through media, and it's so easy to lose our sense of identity when we're looking for our own reflection in a world that is constantly changing. So the question is, where should we turn to know where our identity lies? I have found that in times of soul searching, I found my greatest cause of identity crisis was that I didn't know who Christ was. And it may be different for you, but for me, I couldn't live unapologetically because I didn't know my Creator. I was doing all I could to reflect this perfect, trendy image in media when media hadn't created me. Media was doing all it could to conform me to what was cool, to what was trendy, and those things change. So it's so hard to be rooted and to feel like you know your identity when you're searching for it in something that isn't really trying to reflect you, but is trying to reflect something that you should be becoming more like. Everyone is different, and identity is something that we all constantly are searching for. And it's something that you're never really done searching for. But I have found so much joy and I have found so much pleasure in seeking my identity in my Creator. These other things in this life that promise to give us happiness, that promise to make us look the best, that promise to make us feel the best, weren't what created us. But they claim that they're the very thing that we need to make ourselves so much better. God does this cool thing where He has already created us in His image, and His image is perfect. And even though we are broken and we have so many things that we can work on, He promises to reveal more things about Himself when we seek Him. And not only is He revealed through that, but we also find out more about ourselves when we see more of our Creator. Amber. No, I know I didn't just hear this book talk. God, is that you? Open it up. Alright, I see we working with a little something. This content's kind of uplifting and encouraging, unlike social media. I don't know, maybe I might start reading this a little bit more. So you may be wondering, how do I get to know God? Well, how would you get to know any other person? You see, we live in a generation where we're told to go through every other medium to get to know someone. You know, in the old days, they say that there was this thing called a pager, and you would page someone and they would pick up. But now we can DM someone, we can Snapchat someone, we can send someone an email, we can send someone a text, and we can avoid them completely and get to know them through this little thing called a cell phone. But God doesn't work that way, and He doesn't necessarily work through this thing that we're so used to communicating through. He works through this thing, and He works through prayer. And so I have found that it's so easy to call God all these grand names: magnificent, healer, redeemer, prince of peace, lover. And while I was saying all these grand names to call God upon, I still didn't really know Him. And it was because I was dodging the bullet. I was trying to go through every other medium, whether it was just sitting in church or watching a video like this, or trying to get my fulfillment through every other medium, but going directly to the King. And I'm not telling you that you should stop watching these videos, but I am saying if you want a real relationship with God and you want to get to know your Creator, then you got to do this thing, and you got to pray. God is magnificent, and He's amazing, and He's big, and He's huge, and He's so many great things. But it's so hard to know your identity when you don't know Him. And media is great, and it will show you so many opportunities and ways in which you can connect with God. And it shows you so many other ways in which other people connect with God that have helped them on their walk. But every walk is different, and every relationship with God is different. That's what makes it exciting. So if you're interested in learning more about yourself, then open this book and start reading more about Him. And He will reveal to you more about you. And also in prayer, just asking God, God, who are you? And what about you do I resemble? I promise you, He won't leave you on red like some people do. He will always answer. I know who I am. I like eating food, mostly Chick-fil-A, and sharing meals with friends. I also really love love. I know we just met, and I really can't explain how I feel, and you know what they say, love at first sight. But I just felt like Valentine's Day is coming up and I wanted to get you something, so I got you these things. Here, I hope you like them. I know you don't like to talk a lot, so I thought I would just get you the card, and then you can chew this later. Thanks for being my Valentine. I like going to the gym and working out, not so that I would lose weight, but mostly so that I would maintain my weight. A girl's gotta eat. I also really love standing up for what I believe in, whether that's tweeting something or making an Instagram post. There's that great saying that says, if you don't stand for something, then you'll fall for anything. I also really love awkward moments. What just happened? Not about it. What is going on? I've learned that being you isn't hard, but being everyone else is. Hey Jesus, I'm back. Just trying to learn a little more about you so I can learn a little bit more about me. But there's a lot of stuff to uncover here, and I'm not really sure where to start. But I guess I'll start somewhere. You're pretty complex, but I can take a little in at a time. Thanks for being available.
I
identity crisis. It's something that we're all constantly going through, and you'll never really fully have it figured out, but it's good to have some direction and having someone to identify with. So I'm hoping that you will feel encouraged, that the more you know about him, the more you know about you. And that is really exciting. Also, if you haven't yet, you can like this video below and subscribe so you can get notifications on new videos. And please spread the word. If you have any additional comments or anything that you want to continue to chat about, please feel free to DM me or to Facebook message me, or even to just send me an email and I will reply back. Thank you so much for supporting me all the way up until now. And thank you so much for watching Official Sermon Sunday, and we will see you next week.